Hey physics enthusiasts, I'm Swati and welcome back to our series on mechanics. We are learning vectors right now and this video is all about MCQ based question. So let's begin with that. Okay, so let's do MCQ on vectors. So the first question is, which one of the following is a scalar quantity? Now, every time in any entrance exam or any competitive exam, there is one numerical which asks which of the following is a scalar quantity or a vector quantity. So what you can do when you progress in your 11th and 12th grade course, you just remember the type of that physical quantity. That means that physical quantity is a vector or a scalar. Just remember that. So here, acceleration is vector, electric field is vector. Remember all the fields, electric field, magnetic field, gravitational field, they are all vectors because they have a particular direction. And dipole moment is also vector because it has a direction from negative positive. Work is a dot product of force and displacement. So it's a dot product and it is a scalar quantity. So you can also remember it by the formula. Next is, which one of the following is not a vector quantity? That means again they are asking for scalar. Speed is a scalar. Just remember, velocity is vector, displacement is vector, torque is also vector. Torque is like a force in rotational motion. Okay. Next question is, which one is a vector quantity? Now the vector quantity, time is not vector, temperature is not vector. Remember, flux is also not vector. Magnetic flux, electric flux, any type of flux is not vector. So magnetic field, again they said field, so it's a vector quantity. Next is minimum number of vectors of unequal magnitude which can give zero result. So they have mentioned unequal magnitudes. If they're equal magnitude, then you need two vectors in opposite direction. Two vectors of equal magnitudes might have opposite direction. Okay, equal vectors have equal magnitude and equal direction. Now they said for unequal vectors. So for unequal vectors, basically, like say one is this, one is here. Let's take a triangular rule. So the resultant would be here. So now if I have a vector in opposite direction, then I can have a zero resultant. So you need minimum three vectors to give zero resultant of unequal magnitude. Okay, so answer is 3. Next is, which one of the following statement is false? A vector cannot be displacement from one point to another point. If it is a free vector, it can be displaced. You can move it. Distance is scalar and displacement is vector. It's correct. Next is, momentum, force and torque are vector. Yes, all three are vector. Mass, speed and energy are scalar. Yes, they are scalar. So the option A is the correct one, means a vector can be displaced. Okay. Next is, what is a dot product of two vectors of magnitude 3 and 5 and angle is 60 degree? So it is like if two vectors are A and B, then it's A dot B is magnitude of A, magnitude of B, cos theta. Okay. So magnitude of A is 3, B is 5 and cos 60 is half. So it's 15 by 2 and 15 by 2 is what? 7.5. Okay. So it's very simple. Next is the forces which meet at one point but their line of action do not lie in one plane. Which meet at one point are congruent but do not lie in one plane are non-coplanar. So they are non-coplanar congruent forces. Okay. Meeting at one point are congruent and lie in one plane are coplanar, but they do not lie in one plane, so they are non-coplanar. The vector A points vertically upward and B points towards north. The vector product of A cross B is. Okay. So let's say this is north, south, east, and west. And vector A points vertically upward. It's pointing outward direction. So if you do A cross B, so either you can do like this is I cap, if you take east as I cap as per your x, y, and z direction, this is minus I, this is j, this is minus j, and upward is k. So A is vertically upward, you can take it as positive k. B is towards north, then you take it as j. Now if you do k cross j, then it is like I, j, k. So it is k cross j in anti-clockwise direction, so you'll get a minus I here. So minus I is what? West. So it is along west. Okay. So now this is the thing which you have to remember, that north is taken as j because it's along y. South is minus j, along it's minus y. East is plus I and west is minus I. Anything which is upward is taken as plus k. Anything which is downward is taken as minus k. Okay. And you can take I cross j and you can get the direction. You can also do that using right hand thumb rule. Just place the fingers upward, rotate it towards north in front of you, and you will see that your thumb will point along west. Okay. Next, the magnitude of the vector product of two products A and B. Vector product is A, magnitude of B sine theta. Now, theta is a smaller angle that is less than 90 degree, and for less than 90 degree, sine theta has a value of less than 1. So if it is 0, it could be 0. If it is 90 degree, it is equal to AB, and it is in between 0 to 90 degree, then it is less than AB. So theta lies between 0 to 90 degree. So it lies between 0 to less than AB to equal to AB. Okay. Because they have asked more than one option. Next is a force C I cap plus 4J cap Newton acts on a body and displaces is this, the work done. See, the work done is force into displacement. So force is 3I cap plus 4J cap dot product with 3I cap plus 4J cap. We have already discussed, just multiply the corresponding uh, cofactors, like I cap and I cap is 3 is a 9 and J is 4 is a 16. So 9 plus 16 is what? 25. So it's 25 joule. Okay. Next, a torque of force this, Newton acting on a point this. So you have to calculate. So basically torque is R cross F. First the distance cross product with force. So first you have to write the R thing and then the force thing. So it's I cap, J cap, K cap, and R is 3, 2, 3, and force is 2 minus 3 plus 4. So if you put I cap, it's 2 4s are 8 and minus 9, then it becomes plus 9. Then minus J, 3 4s are 12, minus 3 2s are 6, then plus K, minus 9 minus 4. Then it gives you 17 I cap plus 6, and this minus gives you minus J cap, and it's minus 13 K cap. So the correct one is B1. Okay. Next is, if a unit vector is represented by this, the value of C. Now for the unit vector, you can pause the video and you can check and write it in your notebook. Okay. If a unit vector is this, that means 0.5 I cap plus 0.8 J cap plus CK cap. Now if it is a unit vector, then its magnitude should be equals to 1. That is 0.1 square is 0.25. 0.8 square is 0.64 plus C square gives you 1. Okay. Squaring both the side, it's 0.25, 0.64 plus C square is equals to 1. And then the C square is equals to 1 minus, if you add these two terms, it's 0.89. And if you subtract it, it's equal to 0, 1, 1, 0.0, and if you take the square, then it becomes under root of this. That is the B one. So B is the correct option here. Okay. Next is two vectors of equal magnitude have a resultant equals to either of them. Then the angle between them will be. You have the resultant R is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. A square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now both the vectors are equal and it is also equal to resultant. So we take all three as x. So it becomes x square. A is also x square, b is also x square plus 2x square cos theta. Then this 1 and 1 cancel out each other, and then it becomes 0 here. 0 equals to, take x square common, 1 plus 2 cos theta. Take x square here, it becomes 1 plus 2 cos theta equals to 0. 2 cos theta is equals to minus 1 cos theta is equals to minus 1 by 2, and it is half negative and it is 120 degree. So that is the standard one. Okay. Next, if a vector this is perpendicular to this, the value of alpha. Now for the perpendicular, what you can do, you can take a dot product, and that dot product is equals to 0. Because if both the vectors are perpendicular, then the angle is 90 degree. Then A dot B, which is equals to AB cos theta, because theta is 90 here, then this term will goes to 0. And if you take A dot B, then you have to multiply this 2 into 4, that is 8. Then 3 in minus 4 is minus 12, and 8 and alpha is plus 8 alpha equals to 0. Then minus 4 plus 8 alpha equals to 0. Alpha is equals to 4 by 8, that is equals to 1 by 2. Is the correct one. Okay. Next, the angle between these two vector is, you can solve it for dot product. From vector product, you can use any thing. Okay, so I'm using here cos theta to be equals to A dot B upon magnitude of A and magnitude of B. So A dot B is 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16, and plus minus 5 5s are 25. Now if you see here, then 9 plus 16 is 25. And 25 is 25 is 0. So we don't have to calculate this magnitude of A and B. This term is 0, and cos theta is 0 when the angle is 90 degree. So it's simple 90 degree. Next is minimum and maximum values of resultant of two forces. The maximum, let's say two vectors B, A and B. There are two forces B and B. The maximum is when you add both and is equals to 7 Newton. Minimum when you subtract it, that is equals to 3. Now solve it. 2 is 10, then A is equals to 5. And if you put A to be 5, then B comes out to be 2. So they have asked for the smaller one. The smaller one should be equals to 2 Newton. Okay. Next, if the vector P and Q are perpendicular to each other, then the value of alpha. If they are perpendicular, then their dot product should be equals to 0. Right? That means P dot Q equals to 0. Then it equals to alpha square minus 2 alpha minus 3 equals to 0. You can take a term splitting, then it is equals to minus 3 alpha plus alpha minus 3 equals to 0. Take alpha common, it becomes alpha minus 3. Take plus 1 common, it is alpha minus 3 equals to 0. So one value is minus 1, other is plus 3. So they are asked for positive value, then D is the correct one. Okay. Next is, if x, y, and z coordinates of 2 points A and B are given respectively as this and this, a displacement factor from A to B. So from A to B, you have to subtract B minus A coordinate. B minus A. So it's minus 2, 0 is minus 2 y cap. 6 minus 3 is plus 3 j gap and plus 4 and minus 5, that is 4 plus 1, 5 k gap. So the C1 is the correct one. Okay. Okay, a vector is not changed if it is rotated through an arbitrary angle. It is multiplied by a scalar, its magnitude change, vector change. It is cross multiplied by a unit vector, direction change. It is displaced parallel to itself. If it is displaced parallel to itself, it doesn't change. And if it is rotated through some arbitrary angle, then it changes. So the D1 is the correct one. Next is, which of the following sets given below may represent the magnitude of three vectors adding to 0? Okay, so this much for this video, and the remaining we'll do in the next video. So we'll meet you in the next video. Till then, do like, share, and subscribe, and just put down all your queries and questions in the comment below, and we'll meet you in the next video.